everyone, welcome back to another episode of What's Your Game Plan? Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about global expansions. If your business is global and you plan to open a new office, you're going to need to conquer a lot of new things. This could be a very daunting task, and you're going to need to know the best strategies to overcome this kind of challenge. Do you want to learn the best way to scale internationally without feeling overwhelmed? Then stay tuned. Deciding on the best international market to enter is a bit like trying to choose your favorite child. Each market has its own strengths and its weaknesses, and it's up to you to figure out which one is the right fit for your company. To understand the market you want to serve, go ahead and do your research and get a local perspective on who your target is, where you can find these people, figure out how they like to be approached, and also find out when and how often they consider making a buying decision. Researching the competition is an important part of any global expansion strategy. It's super important that you have an understanding of your competitors, their strengths, their weaknesses, and the areas where you stand out. If you're feeling stuck, you can actually just buy a market research report from companies like Mintel or IBISWorld, or use an internet research tool like SEMrush to understand exactly where your competitors stand in the market. If you already have existing customers in one country, it's a good idea to call them up and find out how you can start building a relationship with their counterparts overseas. If you've already built a solid brand reputation, this strategy can and will carry over as a good source of recommendation and a good starting point to sell products and services in the new market. International brands have even more ground to cover when it comes to building brand awareness. Global brands rely heavily on word of mouth, social media, events, and brand advertising. The sooner you can get your customers to connect emotionally with your brand, that connection will translate into brand loyalty and profit. Many companies are now operating overseas, and they often like to hire staff locally rather than hire staff in the country that they're headquartered in. So if you already have an existing business model that works, you can just duplicate it and hire those same people in those same types of roles internationally. An international customer, especially one that's based in another country, can seem like a distant relative to your business. And after all, oftentimes you can't just pop into their office and set up a lunch. So make sure you stay connected with them, send them gifts, thank you notes, and let them know that you're thinking about them. And always find out how you can help. So when you're launching in a new market, it's super important to maintain or adhere to their cultural expectations. This is how you will thrive, and this is how you'll be able to create a name for yourself in the new market. So when you're going into a new market, it's important to pay a lawyer that knows all the rules of engagement. Get somebody who can review the local, the state, and the federal laws with you. And then with this kind of help, you can prepare yourself for any unnecessary fines or legal issues before you actually enter into the market. If you're using systems or processes that are already working at your headquarters, a good tip is, again, to just duplicate those at the international location. There's no sense in recreating the wheel. What works, works. And the last tip is Global expansions cost money and they're not cheap. From setting up the offices to hiring employees to the cost of shipping products across the borders, global expansions can be really expensive. And to manage those costs, it's really important to plan out the expansion strategy very carefully. Work with a financial planner or hire a CFO to help you break down the costs and prepare your funds before you launch. I hope this video offered some great tips on where to start and help you understand how to prepare for a successful global expansion. I'm giving away my marketing strategy book series for free. If you want it, just go to my website, enter in your email address, and I'll send it to you right away. And of course, if I can help you in any way, or you really just like this video, please let me know in the comments section below. And of course, if you know someone who needs to see this today, tag a friend, hit like, and please give it a share. And until next time, guys, take care.